Good morning to each and everyone. It is a pleasure to welcome Dr. T. Shekaram, HOD, S&H, Judges Dr. P. Rajashekar, Associate Professor, Department of Civil Engineering, Mrs. M. Priyanka, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, faculty members and students, to National Technology Day celebrations 2022 being organized by Department of Sciences and Humanities in association with Institutions Innovation Council, Matrusri Engineering College, Hyderabad. Now, I would like to take this opportunity to share with all of you the history of National Technology Day in brief. It was on May 11th, 1998, that India famously conducted the Pokhran nuclear tests. It was on this day that India conducted a series of 5 explosions under the guidance of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam at the Indian Army's Pokhran Ridge. The success of the nuclear test made India a nuclear state, which was declared by the then Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee. And so, the day has been commemorated as the National Technology Day, celebrated in India. Thank you. Now, without making any delay, I would like to hand over the next part of the program, that is oral presentations, to P. Nitish Kumar, Assistant Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering. Hand over to P. Nitish Kumar, sir.
Yeah, very good morning, one and all. My name is Nitish Kumar, Assistant Professor, Mechanical Engineering Department. So, in the morning session, we have event of oral presentation. So, first, there are 9 participants are there. So, each participant will get 10 minutes of time, 8 minutes for presentation, 2 minutes for queries. Okay, first, I'll tell you the guidelines. So, yeah. So there are 10 minutes, 8 minutes for a presentation and 2 minutes for queries. And all of you please mute yourself till your name comes. Just I'll call the names. So accordingly, you can unmute yourself and you can start the presentation. Okay. Yeah. So till now, how many of you? 76. Yeah. Harshita is there?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So, Sindhu. So just there are 9 participants are there. Just I'll take the attendance whether how many are you there. Jnana Sanjana.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So Funny Reddy. Funny. Rushik.
Present, sir. Present, sir.
Yes. So till now we got 3 members. So first let us start with the Jnana Sanjana. Sanjana, are you ready?
Sir, I'll say later, sir.
Sorry.
I will say later, sir, after one.
Okay. So okay. No problem. Harshita.
Sir, I am and Sanjana both are the same.
You and Jnana Sanjana both are same.
Yes, sir. We both don't.
The team member.
Okay.
Nitish, sir, then you call Rishik Reddy.
Yeah, we call
Funny
funny
Reddy. Funny
funny
Rishik.
Sushik Reddy.
Yes, sir. So, do I have to share my screen and show the presentation?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Funny, you can share your screen.
Yes, sir. Is my screen visible, sir?
Yes, visible, Funny.
Satyababu sir,
Sir.
noise is coming from your side, sir.
Okay, sir. I'm leaving the meeting, sir. Afternoon, I will join.
Okay, so good morning, everyone. This is my take on the evolution of technology topic for the National Technology Day 2022. So the topics which I'm going to talk about are the history of evolution of technology and also the hottest trend on technology, which is blockchain. So let us talk about the history of technology. So if we have to define technology, we can define technology as the process, tools, and information that are brought together for the betterment of mankind. So with the help of technology, we can solve our problems, reduce excess time, save lives, and also
Hello.
help interact and exchange information.
Sir,
So going back,
చాలా తక్కువ ఉన్నారు.
the first major discovery
ఇది
that
ఇద్దరే
our humans
ఉన్నారు,
have made,
ఇద్దరే
or
ఉన్నారు,
the
మరి ఏం
first
చేస్తాం?
major
ఇద్దరితో కంప్లీట్ చేసుకున్నాం.
technological revolution was the
అది
wheel,
అది
invention of the wheel.
స్క్రీన్ సార్ పింక్ తీసుకోండి సార్.
So the invention of
స్క్రీన్ షాట్
wheel carts
తీసుకోండి.
facilitated
నేను
agriculture
రికార్డింగ్
and
ఎలా
commerce by
పెట్టుకున్నాను.
enabling the transportation of goods to and
ఏంది
from
అసలు
markets, as well as
లిస్ట్
easing the burden of
ఫైజాను
people
వాళ్ళు ఏమైనా
traveling to
ఉన్నారా?
great
ఫైజాను
distances.
అండ్ మెకానికల్ వాళ్ళు
So
ఉన్నారు.
this was the first major invention of the humans, and the next major inventions include the nail, the compass, etc. So these are just the prehistoric inventions. So
లేదు
let
సార్,
us
ఫస్ట్
talk
ఇయర్
about
కూడా
the
ఉన్నారు లేరా?
inventions of the last 100 years.
మధ్యాహ్నం
So
ఉన్నట్టున్నారు. మనం ఏం చేస్తాం సార్, ఇంకా ఉన్నంత వరకు
over the last
మనము
100 years, we have
కొన్ని
invented
స్క్రీన్ షాట్స్, రెండు స్క్రీన్
phones,
షాట్స్, తర్వాత
and
రికార్డింగ్
there
ఎలాగ
was
ఉంటుంది నా దగ్గర
innovation in
ఉన్నంత వరకు పెట్టేసుకున్నాం.
transportation.
13
There
మెంబర్స్
was
లో వీళ్ళు
innovation in
కనీసం ఒక
medical field.
50%
There's
అయినా
innovation
వస్తే
in
బాగుండేది.
construction of buildings, etc. So now let us talk about the evolution
9
of
మరి ఒక
technology.
5 అన్న ఉంటే మనకు మంచిగా ఉండే, హ్యాపీగా ఉండే.
So we
సరే
first
సార్,
started with
మరి ఏం చేద్దాం.
mainframe, then telex, and then
నెక్స్ట్ వాళ్ళని
came the fax
వాళ్ళని
machine,
పిలిచేద్దాం,
and
అయిపోయింది.
then the ATM, and then came the PC, and now it came the smartphones.
సార్
And now this is the Industrial Revolution 4.0, which includes the cloud farm, IoT sensors, robot,
నేను నా దగ్గర ఏముందో లేదో
augmented
చూస్తాను.
reality, and YTK, etc. So this is how technology makes life easier for us. So we can we are never able to worry about navigation, because at the palm of smartphones we have apps like Google Maps, etc., which help us in navigation. And next, apps like Zomato help us to order whatever dish we like right next to our doorstep. And apps like Amazon, which had made shopping convenient and easier for us, and we never have to go to a physical store, and we can order everything online. So these are all the amazing technological advancements that has made life easier for us, for humanity as a whole. So these are all the amazing advancements, but I want to talk about advancement which is in the trend recently, and everyone is talking about this. So it is a blockchain. So first, let us clear some misconceptions about blockchain. So blockchain and cryptocurrency are not one and the same thing. So cryptocurrency is just the application of blockchain. So blockchain is a technology, and cryptocurrency is based on blockchain, but it is not blockchain. And there's a common misconception that blockchains are unhackable or cannot be tampered with, but that simply is not true. Blockchains can be tampered with, but it's very difficult. And there's also a misconception that you can solve literally every single problem in the world using blockchain, but that's simply not the case. So if you had to define blockchain, blockchain is defined as a distributed database that is shared among the nodes of a computer network. So let me explain this in layman terms or in a simplified manner. So what does this blockchain even mean? So this is like a simplified ledger. Ledger is a book that contains all the transactions and activities of a business. So this ledger is shared by everyone in this computer network. You see here, it's a computer network, and everyone has a copy of this ledger. So if you perform a transaction, it will be reflected in your ledger, and since everyone has your ledger, it will be reflected in everyone's ledger. So if you perform a transaction, it is visible to everyone. Whatever you do, if it is recorded in your ledger, it will be recorded in everyone's ledger. So why blockchain and who even uses it? So blockchain is used by a group of companies who do not trust each other. They do not trust in their activities, but they need to cooperate with each other for the smooth functioning of the business. So this is the main use of the blockchain. If you take an example of an oil business, like Indian oil, for example, first you have to purchase the Indian oil. First, you have to purchase the crude oil, and then the crude oil has to be transported, and then the crude oil has to be stored, and it has to be refined, and then comes the distribution and retail part. So, as you can see, this is not a single process. It involves a series of multiple processes, and every stage is a different company, and uh, every company has to cooperate with each other. So they might not trust each other, but they need to cooperate with each other for the smooth functioning of the business. So what essentially happens is, since the ledger is shared by everyone in the network, so if there are 1 lakh barrels of oil that were uh, exported, it will be reflected in the ledger. So everyone in the network can see that there are 1 lakh barrels that are being exported, and if we get any number of barrels less than the 1 lakh amount, we can say that they can be sure that the trust has been tampered with. So this is the main application of blockchain in the business activities. But now let us talk about the application of blockchain in our day-to-day life, like uh, in the finance. So cryptocurrency. So this is an application of blockchain. So crypto is not blockchain, but rather is an application of blockchain. As you can see, this is the price chart of Bitcoin. In 2014, it's basically flat line. But if you move through the years, you can see that the price of Bitcoin has skyrocketed. So what is Bitcoin? So Bitcoin is basically a method of transferring money from one person to another, but without letting your bank or any other intermediate person know. So this total gain of control by the user
Vinitna,
himself, and
hello,
without the
గుడ్
presence of
మార్నింగ్.
any
ఏమైంది,
intermediate
జాయిన్
who
కాలేదా?
is like a bank or a middleman in between, is known as decentralization.
మరి లింక్ మెయిల్
So there are a
పంపించాను కదా.
couple of advantages of this decentralization, and the main advantage of
తొందరగా జాయిన్ కా మరి.
decentralization is it is open for everyone. So,
మీ
for example, if you
ఓరలే
have
కదా,
to create a bank account,
ఓరలే కదా,
then
ఓరల్ ప్రెసెంటేషనే
there are
కదా.
certain
మరి
limitations,
ఇప్పుడు
like you have to
వాణి
complete a
ఋషికి
PAN card
చెప్తున్నాడు.
and you have to be at least 18 years of age.
నువ్వు జాయిన్ అయితే మరి నువ్వు
But
చెప్పుదు.
it's not the case for blockchain. Blockchain
జాయిన్
is
కా.
open for everyone, and cryptocurrency is open for everyone. So you just need a wallet address, and that's free to create. And the advantage of using cryptocurrency for transactions is that it's more secure, and it's very difficult to hack or tamper with your blockchain address. So it ensures more security, and there is very little transaction or processing fee in blockchain in Bitcoin. I mean, so it's different from conventional method of transferring money using banks. And there is also complete anonymity if you use Bitcoin for transferring money from one person to another. And the fifth and the most controversial use of Bitcoin is you can also evade taxes, almost, but we'll see about it later. So Bitcoin in the recent years has received a lot of criticism. You can see it reflected in the point number 1 here. Only 5 countries in the world accept Bitcoin as a legal tender. These include US, Europe, Australia, Canada, and El Salvador. So the question arises, why not every country in the world accept Bitcoin? So there are a couple of reasons for it. The first one being Bitcoin is criticized for illegal activities like buying of weapons, drugs, tax evasion, etc. Since Bitcoin transaction is anonymous, you cannot basically tell who has purchased illegal weapons, etc. So it's a main criticism for Bitcoin. And the other criticism is that it's not very fast. As you can see, it's just 7 transactions per second, as compared to a normal Visa card or Mastercard, which has a capacity to make 4,000 transactions per second. As compared to Bitcoin, it's very fast. And the main concern is that the price of Bitcoin is too volatile. That means one day it's around like 30 to 40 lakhs for Bitcoin, another day it's like 20 lakhs. So you can see the price is very volatile. So you might lose all your life's earnings if you invest in Bitcoin, and also you might make a lot of profit. It's just based on luck and timing. So about the fifth point we talked about later, it can almost evade taxes. Is it possible? So if every single rupee of your money is invested in Bitcoin, the government cannot tax your Bitcoins because cryptocurrency is unregulated in India. So the government cannot tax. So you're basically tax free. That was the case until 2021. In 2022, government decided to tax cryptocurrency too. As you can see, 28% tax on crypto, 30% tax on crypto. So whatever profit you earn on crypto, government is going to take 30% out of it. So the idea of evading taxes is not possible right now. So this is the conclusion of my presentation. I think it's safe to say that we are living in a comfortable lives today because of the evolution of technology decade after decade. We did not believe that all this was even possible, but here we are living the reality. We cannot predict the next technological breakthrough, and for that reason, I would like to end my presentation on a note that we should always stay optimistic and curious, for the future is always bright. Thank you.
Sir, any queries, sir? Rashekar sir and Priyanka ma'am, any comments or any queries?
Your funny. Your presentation is regarding blockchain, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So, on what basis blockchain has been developed, or can you say the principle behind the blockchain technology?
Yes, ma'am. So basically, the principle behind blockchain technology is decentralization and also shared distributed systems.
Okay. So the thing is, we have database concepts, or database also, right? So, but what is the difference between this blockchain technology and the normal traditional databases we have?
So the normal traditional database is not shared. It's mainly focused on a single server. So not everyone has access to this. But if you take blockchain, for example, you can give like much access to everyone.
So if you are providing much access, then how can you can say that it is secured?
So in the blockchain, if you have to edit a transaction or if you have to make any changes, you have to have the majority permission from everyone in the blockchain network. So if a blockchain network has like 15 members, and if you want to join the network or make any changes in the network, at least like 8 members have to agree to your consent.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Can you tell main applications areas?
So the main application areas are in medical field and also in the banking field.
Only two.
Yes, sir. That's
Okay.
all I can remember right now.
Okay. Okay. No problem.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Fani, for a beautiful speech. Yeah, next we'll move on to Jana Sanjana and Harshita.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can take the control and you can share your screen if you want.
Sir, we haven't prepared any PPTs, sir.
Yeah, no problem. You can speak directly. Okay, you can give your presentation directly.
Okay,
Okay,
sir.
everyone is listening.
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Okay.
actually, we just prepared poster, sir.
Okay.
Uh, we will present it in afternoon. We just prepared it. We do not prepare that PPT. Actually, we don't know to prepare PPT, so we didn't prepare it.
Okay. Okay.
Can we carry? Can we say orally, sir?
Yeah, yeah, you can. Chandrasekhar sir. Okay, good.
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
okay,
sir.
right.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Carry on.
Proceed, carry on.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Good morning, everyone. I am VH Ashita, with along with Sanjana, my friend, over here to give an oral presentation on the given topic, evolution of technology. So I'm here came up with the introduction of the topic. Evolution. Evolution may be defined as any cumulative change in the characteristics taken place over the successive generation. Evolution of technology or the technological evolution is a theory of radical transformations of society through the technological developments. The technological evolution is important to enable to achieve the core survival requirements more easily. Technologies in past were meant to simply help society with solving problems such as creating a light bulb to replace the candle light. Technological evolutions of 21st century are marked as the rapid adoption of new technologies, and these are evolving so fast because of the phenomena known as the accelerating change. Each technology improvement ne- can create the next evolution of the technology. And now I'm overing it to Sanjana, my friend, to continue the topic.
In evolution, there are four stages. The first stage is pre-mechanical age, and the second one is the mechanical age, and the third one is the electromechanical age, and the fourth one is electronic age. In the pre-mechanical age, the writing and alphabets, communication, the Greeks later adapted the photogenic alphabets and added vowels, and Roman gave letters Latin names to create the alphabet we use today. Paper and pens that we use today, books and libraries were invented, uh, uh, were done in this. The first numbering system and the first calculator abacus are also first used in this pre-mechanical age, that is 3000 BC to 1450 AD. And the second one is the mechanical age, that is from 1450 AD to 1840 AD. The first information explosion, the first general purpose computers, rulers, and punch cards, binary logics, fixed program systems are also done in this age, that is the mechanical age. And the third one is the electromechanical age, that is from 1840 AD to 1940. Uh, voltaic batteries were also done in this. The telegraph are done in early 18th centuries. Dots and telephones and radios, electromechanical computing, paper tapes, stored batteries are also done in this age, that is the electromechanical age. And the fourth one is electronic age, that is from 1940 to present. We all know that in this age we developed so much technology, that is electronic vacuum cubes and so all. And in the first generation is from 1951 to 58, and the second generation in this from 1959 to 1963. In this generation, the mainly transistors were invented. The third generation is from 1964 to 1979, which where the Bill Gates and Microsoft got their start in 1975. The fourth generation is 1979 to present. Apple and all are done in this present. By this, I conclude that technology is very important in our day-to-day life.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Sanjana and Harshita. Yeah, judges, if you have any queries, you can proceed. Rajshekhar sir and Priyanka ma'am.
See, can you specify some major importance of technology in day-to-day life?
Uh, the communication system is more developed, and in medical field it is very useful because it can cure many diseases. uh, if the technology is so improved, if if the missionaries and if the missionaries are improved and developed through technology.
So do we have only advantages or do we have disadvantages for the technologies?
Uh, yes, everything has the both advantage and disadvantage, and even the technology. It is making people so lazy that everyone's got so dependent on the few technological gadgets.
Okay, okay, sir.
Okay, sir. No, no doubts. Okay, it is
Yeah,
very
yeah,
clear.
fine. Yeah, thank you, sir. So we have next participant. We have Gajbinkar Saivinuntala. Saivinutna. Gajbinkar, are you there? Hello. Hello.
Sai
Sai
Vinutna.
Vinutna. Sai Vinutna. Yeah, maybe audio problem.
వినుతున్నా నీ ఇప్పుడుంది నీ పిలుస్తున్నారు. యా మరి ఎట్లా? యా సార్ నితీష్ సార్, there is audio problem. She is checking, sir. Within 2 minutes she will come back.
Yeah, maybe audio problem.
Yeah.
Sir. Yeah. Sir, we will wait for 1 or 2 minutes.
హలో సార్, ఇప్పుడు వచ్చింది, మళ్ళీ అది పోతుంది. ఎందుకు వచ్చింది? ఇప్పుడు అక్కడ కనిపిస్తుంది సింబల్ మైక్. ఇంకంతే ఎవరు లేనట్టున్నారు. 9 మెంబర్స్లో ఒక 2 మెంబర్స్ మాత్రమే, 3 మెంబర్స్ అయ్యారు. ఈమె కూడా ప్రాబ్లం వచ్చింది. ఇంకా ఒకవేళ క్లోజ్ చేసేటట్టుంటే మనము వాళ్ళకి ఇంకా థ్యాంక్స్ అని చెప్పేసి జడ్జెస్కి అండ్ అందరికి చెప్పేసి వాళ్ళకి మనం క్లోజ్ చేద్దాం మరి. ఆమె లెఫ్ట్ అయింది, మళ్ళీ జాయిన్ అవుతున్నట్టుంది, చూద్దాము. మీరే చెప్పేసండి ఇంకా. ఏముంది, థ్యాంక్స్ ఫర్ కమింగ్ టు ద జడ్జెస్ అండ్ ఎవాల్యుయేటింగ్ అని చెప్పండి, అయిపోయింది సింపుల్.
Hello, sir. Am I audible?
యా సార్, వచ్చింది చూడండి. యా
Yeah, you are audible, Vinutna. You can continue.
Yes. Good morning, everyone.
Yeah, good one. You can continue. Yeah.
వినూత్న, షేర్ యువర్ స్క్రీన్.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, Sai Vinodna, unmute yourself. Okay, please unmute your mic and speak.
వినూత్న అయ్యింది కానీ నువ్వు అక్కడ ఏం చేస్తున్నావు అంటే స్క్రీన్ షేరింగ్ లో ఆ ఎంటైర్ స్క్రీన్ కాకుండా విండో లేదా ట్యాబ్ అని నొక్కు. ట్యాబ్ నొక్కితే నీకు అవి చూపిస్తుంది, అది ఏది కావాలో అక్కడ సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకో. ఎంటైర్ నువ్వు స్క్రీన్ షేర్ చేయి ఫస్ట్. చేసావా? వద్దు ట్యాబ్ నొక్కు. అది ఓపెన్ ఆ ట్యాబ్ నొక్కిన తర్వాత
Yeah, Vinodna, are you getting any issue?
ఈ
No
పీపీటీ
problem.
వచ్చేసిందా? అది నొక్కు, దాని మీద క్లిక్ చేయి. ఇప్పుడు వస్తుంది చూడు.
Yeah, now your screen is visible, but you can unmute and speak.
వినూత్న,
Yeah, sorry for the inconvenience.
Yeah, no problem. You can carry on. Yeah.
So good morning, everyone. Evolution of technology. So today our topic is about how the technology has evolved during the past few decades. How did technology change over past few decades? We can easily understand the difference by comparing as in 2000s or in 1990s. We couldn't imagine how how we are going on today with how we are using mobile phones today. In those days we used to go to the market physically or go to school, but today in 2020s we can do everything from online itself. Like we can shop from home itself, we can get education from home itself, we can get anything from online through these mobile phones. So, are we depending on technology too much? We often see such kind of memes or such kind of cartoons in newspapers or magazines, etc. But how extent is this true? Let's go back to the history. We know that the telegraph was the first invention in this the tele revolution. In early ages, people wrote letters for transmission of information from one place to other. They used to. We often heard our elders say that they used to send letters through pigeons from one place to other. But later in 1844, Samuel Morse invented telegraph. So this telegraph is a device that transfers the information from one place to another. This works on the principle of uh, transmission of electric signals through a wire laid between two stations. So this was the first invention of transmission of information. So this made a huge difference. Later, not only this device, telephone, mobile phone, and many inventions are made, but this was the first one. There was this device is used based on the code. It was called Morse code. When the information is transferred, we have to decode this code to get the to read the information. Later, telephone was invented by Alexander Graham Bell and Elisha Gray, but the patent was given to Alexander Graham Bell, who is the official inventor of this telephone. Later, this in 1926, Bell invented transatlantic phone calls, which were based on the land cables, which were not wireless. So we cannot talk to uh, people over mobile areas. So this telephone converts human speech in the form of sound waves produced by the vocal cord to electrical signals. These signals are then transmitted over telephone wires and then converted back to the sound waves for the human ears. So this was the first invention of the telephone.
Sir,
Then it was modified by
sir,
Mr.
it is sir.
Martin Cooper in 1973. This mobile
Ah,
phone works on the principle of
సరే మళ్ళీ 2
by
o'clock
using
స్టార్ట్
the
అవుతుంది
radio waves
ఇప్పుడు
to
చేద్దాం మరి
communicate. These radio waves transport digitized voice or data in the
అది
form of
ఆఫ్టర్నూన్ జరుగుతుంది
oscillating
అది జస్ట్ ఒకటి
electric
చెప్తాను
and
నేను థ్యాంక్స్
magnetic
టు ద
fields
జడ్జెస్ అని
called the
చెప్తాను
electromagnetic field. The rate of oscillation is
అది
called the
చెప్పేసి మళ్ళీ 2 o'clock
frequency,
స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది
and the
సార్
radio
మరి
waves
ఉండాలి
carry the information and travel in air at the speed of light.
సరే ఓకే
So
ఓకే
after invention of this mobile phone, this communication has become much easy. It is mobile, and we can any person can talk to other person anywhere in the world. Then came the internet. So after the discovery of these mobile phones, this telephone was the internet was invented. Two computer scientists, Winton Cerf and Bob Kahn, are credited with the invention of these internet communication protocols used today, the system referred to as internet. So this internet made everything very easy, like electronic mails, cashless transactions, education, online banking, trading, jobs, research, online booking and orders, etc. So we couldn't imagine our lives today without internet. So after this invention of mobile phone, the upgradation is in this manner. the first generation, second generation, third generation, fourth generation. Basically, the first generation was only based on voice services. The second generation, it was more improvised and improvised the coverage and capacity. And the third generation also included the multimedia like voice text and voice texts and phone like photos and videos even. It was the first mobile broadband, and in the fourth generation it was more improvised and is the true mobile broadband. Now 5G or fifth generation is also being introduced, but it's not as much as popular as fourth generation. So most of the people nowadays use the fourth generation wireless network itself. So the transformation of this communication, the speed of transfer of information has been increasing rapidly. As we can see that it was only 2.4 kilobytes, and now it's more than 1 lakh kilobits per second. The evolution of mobile phone. There, in olden days, there was in the mobile phone there used to be an antenna to transmit the radio wave signals, but it was soon transformed, and there was a keyboard to enter the code or the phone number to dial to a particular location. But it now became a touch screen, or it is called smartphone now. So most of the people didn't even know that how this transformation or how the communication has developed. What's the future? So the evolution of technology in communications affects in both ways. So it is very much beneficial because it has rapid access, easy access, supportive for learning. Like we have seen in 20 after the 2020 pandemic situation, the education in the education sector, this technology has helped us very much. And not even in education, the we didn't go out of our house, and everything was from the home itself, like work from home, or doing a job, or getting education from the home itself, or getting the groceries, and even shopping everything from the home. This only happened because of the development of technology. Not only the advantages, it also has a few disadvantages. This made a distance between the people, or it made detachment from our family or friends. We can often see that in family functions or any gatherings, uh, people just isolate themselves and keep using their phones, and this also impacts affects the education, as overusage of mobile phones or internet can affect students productivity, and also it causes a wastage of valuable time, and it also leads to mental illness. So as we know that internet is a booming technology, so the number of users of this internet is growing or increasing rapidly. So it is expected to cross more than 1,000 billion with up to the 2025. So everything has its own pros and cons, and the coin has its two faces. The thing is, the only that from which perspective are you looking at it, or how you are utilizing the capacity. If you use the technology for good ones, or for only for the development, it is good. But if you use it for in a wrong way, then it also affects you in a drastic way. Thank you.
Thank you, Sai Vinutna, a wonderful presentation on evolution of technology. Judges, you have any queries, please, you can ask.
Okay, Vinutna.
Yes, ma'am.
What is your opinion on the technology regarding that could be improving stress? Each and every people will be having stress nowadays, right?
Yes,
So, what could be your opinion on the technology on a person on the matter of stress? Whether technology can improve a stress or it can decrease the stress?
I think
Why?
it is more
Because
useful uh,
uh,
because the work had become so much easy by using this technology that nowadays we are that's available. But when it comes to stress, I don't think that this is. I mean, it causes stress. We can actually. It's just the perspective. If we use it for a good cause, or we are using for development, or we are using for work or education, it's useful. If we are wasting time on internet, or we are using internet more like scrolling feed on Instagram or something like that, we are running behind the likes or on the posts of Instagram or like that, it obviously causes stress. It's just it depends on the person who use it.
okay, okay, sir.
Rajshekhar sir, any queries, sir?
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so judges and faculty members, it seems so there are no next content summits participants to continue. So before closing the session, see, I would like to thank judges Dr. P. Rajashekhar sir and Priyanka ma'am, and faculty members and so students. So the morning session I'm going to close, and afternoon session for C will be started at 2 o'clock for poster and prototype presentation. Thank you, one and all. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon, one and all. Welcome to second session of National Technology Day celebrations 2022, being organized by Department of Sciences and Humanities in association with the Institutions Innovation Council, Matrusri Engineering College, Hyderabad. It gives us an immense pleasure to welcome judges Dr. K. Sunil Manohar Reddy, Associate Professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering; Mr. M. Srinivasa Reddy, Assistant Professor, Department of Electrical and Electronics; faculty members and students. In this session, poster and prototype presentations on the topic renewable energy technologies are going to be conducted. Now, I request Dr. K. Sharath Babu, Assistant Professor of Mathematics, Department of Science and Humanities, to start the session by giving instructions or guidelines to the participants. Over to Dr. K. Sharath Babu, sir.
Chandrasekhar, sir.
Yeah.
Syed, are you there? Syed Faizan are registered. Now Faizan,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
session. Mr. Faizan, are you there?
Good afternoon, sir.
Are you ready to present your work?
Sir, you give the instruction and then start, sir.
Yeah, yeah. Syed
He will start, sir. He will start. Syed Faizan will start.
Faizan, you can start your work. You can share your screen and show your work to judges.
Okay,
So
sir.
Faizan, you can share. You can start your work. The duration is 8 minutes. You can show. You can explain, and afterwards, judges will ask the questions. Okay, Mr. Faizan, you can start. Dr. Sunil sir, and Srinivas sir.
Sir. Yeah.
Yeah. Faizan is presenting his work, sir. Post
Oh,
presentation.
okay, sir. Right. Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Syed Faizan from Mechanical Engineering, Matrusri Engineering College. Today, our topic is renewable resources. I took solar energy in renewable resources. So, what is solar energy? The sun provides more than enough energy to meet the whole world's enough needs. Solar energy is the energy provided by the sun for the entire world. And from solar energy we can convert to electrical energy and many more. We can fulfill our needs as it is present all over the world. Unlike fossil fuels, it won't run out anytime soon. As a renewable energy source, the only limitations of solar power is our ability
సార్
to
మీది మొత్తం
turn
సౌండ్
it into
సౌండ్ వస్తుంది సార్ మీ దాని నుంచి.
electricity in an efficient and
ఆ,
cost effective way.
అదే మైక్, మీ మైక్ది ఫోన్ అంతా డిస్టర్బెన్స్ వస్తుంది. టక్ 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 అనుకుంటా.
The most common form of solar energy is harnessed by solar panels or photovoltaic cells. As you can see here, the panel consists of a number of solar cells, and solar array is the array of single solar panels, many solar panels. The solar cell will take the light energy from the sun, and it converts to electrical energy. And solar by the help of solar inverter, it converts to DC current, and then it goes to power meter, from which we will get the mm, from which we can light our appliances, and the power meter will also supply to the electric grids. Solar panels can be uh, implemented on the roof of our houses, and many more plot areas. Solar panel is a device and it converts solar energy into electricity. The solar cells are created from semiconductor materials such as silicon, etc. When the sun rays hits the cell, it loosens electrons from their atoms. This allows the electrons to flow through the cells and generate electricity. There is also one more method which is solar thermal energy, from which we can harness the solar power. Solar thermal energy is a technology for harnessing solar energy for heat. Solar thermal collectors are characterized by the US Energy Information Agency as low, medium, or high temperature collectors. It also converts the solar energy to the electricity. Applications of solar energy. Nowadays, we are using, there are many applications of solar energy, such as solar water heaters, house heating, generating electrical energy, solar cars, and other innovations. Advantages of solar energy. Solar energy does not rely on the use of fossil fuels, does not pollute air or water, and does not contribute to global warming, making it a preferable option for many. 100% inexhaustible energy, which is renewable and free, non-toxic or polluting emission into the air, reduces the use of fossil fuels, increasingly competitive energy source, reducing the energy to rely on the electricity grid or natural gases. Key measure against climate change, reduces global warming, sustainable and environment friendly. Solar cell. Solar cell is a device that directly converts the energy of light into electrical energy through the photovoltaic effect. Working principle of solar energy. When light reaches the PN junction, the light photons can easily enter the junction through very thin P-type layer. The light energy in the form of photons supplies sufficient energy to the junctions to create a number of electron hole pairs. The incident light breaks the thermal equilibrium condition of the junction. The free electrons in the depletion region can quickly come to the n-type side of the junction. This provides the electric current to flow. Solar versus non-renewable energy. Solar energy is a source of energy that replenishes naturally on human timescale. Non-renewable energies like coal and
Hello?
oil aren't considered renewable
Hello?
because they form over hundred of thousands of years, which makes them unable to replenish at the rate human use them today. Coal and nuclear power plants use endless amount of water to produce energy, whereas solar power uses
Hello?
barely any at all, so there is
Pratihas.
no concern about starting supplies.
హలో
While renewable
నేను
energy
చంద్రశేఖర్ ఫిజిక్స్
saves
సార్ని
water, it also
ఏమైంది నువ్వు
minimizes the
ఇంకా జాయిన్ కాలేదు మళ్ళీ
polluting
పోస్టర్
of
ప్రెజెంటేషన్ ఉంది కదా
it through fossil fuels.
Yeah,
Why
Faizan,
solar?
ఎట్లా నీకు
Faizan, you have another 2 minutes.
పెట్టాం కదా
Why solar energy? Solar power is much more effective, versatile than wind
లేదు
power.
లేదు ఈ రోజే ఉంది 18th ఇప్పుడు జాయిన్ గా ఇప్పుడు
Solar versus
వీళ్ళు
hydro.
ఇస్తున్నారు ప్రెజెంటేషన్
Solar
ఇస్తున్నారు
power do not modify the environment.
Giant.
and can be
Right,
built
right.
in few months as compared to hydro power plant. Solar versus biomass. Photovoltaic cells are superior compared to biomass as they do not occupy fertile land that could be used for crops. Sustainable development goal. Ensuring universal access to affordable, reliable, and modern energy service electricity by 2030. It directly contributes to low land, air, and water quality. Investing in solar energy and other renewable sources fulfills the energy goals and protects the environment. It lowers emission of greenhouse gases without affecting the growth of the country. Switch to solar power. Today's resource for a brighter tomorrow.
హలో 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 సింధునా?
చంద్రశేఖర్ సార్,
ఏమైంది? పోస్టర్ ప్రజెంటేషన్ ఉంది కదమ్మా ఈరోజు. హలో హలో సింధు, సింధు, హలో హలో
okay. Yes, Srinivas sir and Sunil sir, please ask the questions. This present post presentation.
Yeah, Sayed, there are certain limitations with the weather conditions if we use this.
సింధు,
So, how to overcome those?
హలో
Yes, sir. In
హలో
India,
సింధు
there
ఉందా?
are not much fluctuations of the temperature,
ఈవెంట్ ఉండే, ఈవెంట్కి
so
నేమ్
we
ఇచ్చి
can
ఉండే,
use.
అందుకొరకు ఈవెంట్ జరుగుతుంది, పార్టిసిపేట్
No, I
అవుతుందేమని
mean
ఫోన్
when you
చేశాను
are
నేను.
in rainy season or something, there will be some issues. So, what are
అరే
the
రే,
possible
ఫోన్ నెంబర్
options
ఏది ఉంది
that
సార్?
you can overcome those situations and all that?
Yes, sir.
కాదు సార్, అమ్మాయి దగ్గర ఏం లేదా ఫోను?
By storing the current, we
ఓకే
can
ఓకే.
overcome that problem.
So Faizan, so do you have any idea about the efficiency of the solar system, solar cell?
No, sir.
Okay, sun is available during the day only, na? Suppose nighttime requirements, what do you do?
Yes, sir. Storage systems are developing, sir, nowadays. It is
Okay.
also, and there are many
Okay.
of them using this nowadays, sir.
So you displayed one prototype. What is the rating of that panel?
Yes, sir.
You displayed one prototype, na?
Yes, sir.
Panel and DC.
Yes, sir.
What is the rating of that panel?
Panel.
Yeah, solar panel is there, na?
Yes, sir. It is 3 volts, sir.
3 volts.
Yes, sir.
No, I'm asking about wattage rating of that panel.
Wattage. I'll
ఉజ్వల్,
check, sir, one day.
ఉజ్వల్, హలో ఉజ్వల్, నేను వాళ్ళ కాలేజీ సార్ని మాట్లాడుతున్నా, మాతృశ్రీ ఇంజనీరింగ్ కాలేజ్ నుంచి మాట్లాడుతున్నాను. మాతృశ్రీ ఇంజనీరింగ్ కాలేజ్ నుంచి మాట్లాడుతున్నా. ఉజ్వల్ ఉన్నాడండి? ఉజ్వల్ రా, సరే, ఓకే.
Can I call the next participant, sir?
Yeah, okay, you can call, sir.
Oh.
Sai is
Yeah.
someone with Vinutna is there.
No. Pulugu Jnana Sanjana. Jnana Sanjana, are you there? Jnana Sanjana?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You can start your work, Amma. You can show
Sir,
your.
Harshita will start the introduction, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. Both are two members na in team.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Harshita, you can start your work, Amma.
Okay, sir.
You can start your work. Duration is 8 minutes per presentation. You can show your poster presentation and explain your poster presentation.
Faizan, start the presentation. Faizan,
Sir,
start
we
the
are not getting how to present, sir.
Faizan.
Now you will get it. Faizan was telling earlier.
Faizan is completed. Now you can get Amma. You can share your screen.
Sir. Okay, sir. Sir, is it visible, sir?
Yes, Amma, visible.
Harshita?
Good afternoon, everyone. I am VH Asht along with my friend Sanjana. We are over here to give a poster presentation on the topic renewable energy technology. So, as we can see, there is a question in the poster. If a country needs more electricity, which resource we should use? And the answer to this question is renewable energy resource. The energy from the energy from the natural resource, which will replace the consumption portion either through natural reproduction or other recurring process, are called as renewable energy resources. They are capable. They are capable of regeneration. Basically, there are 7 types of renewable energy resources: bio, biogas and biomass, uh, tidal energy, wind energy, geothermal energy, hydroelectricity, compressed natural gas, and solar energy. Now, and the first one is biogas and the biomass. The principle of a biogas plant is to produce the gases like methane and the other side products like carbon dioxide, etc. The natural substance obtained from the plants and and, animals, the organic matter in the absence of air and the presence of water. The advantages of biogas are bio biogas is used as a fuel in generating electricity. It is biogas is it also has an advantage of it utilizes the wastages, uh, and and next one is biomass. Biomass contains a stored chemical energy from the sun. Plants produce biomass through the photosynthesis. Biomass can be burnt for the heat directly for heat or converted to renewable liquid and gaseous fuels through various processes. The advantages of biomass is it is renewable, carbon neutral. It has carbon neutrality and less dependency on the fossil fuels. And the third one is tidal energy. The principle of the tidal energy is it is created using the movement of our tides and oceans, where the intensity of the water from the rise and the fall of the tides is a form of kinetic energy. It's the advantages of the tidal energy are it is clean and renewable, it is predictable and reliable, it is a long lasting equipment, and, and it is effective at low speeds also. Uh, and my friend will continue the next.
Now, wind energy. The principle under this wind energy is wind turbines use wind to make electricity. Wind turns the propeller like blades of a turbine around a rotor, which spins a generator, which creates electricity. The advantages of wind energy is wind power is a cost effective, it's a clean fuel source, wind is a domestic source of energy, and it's sustainable. Some of the disadvantages of wind energy is wind energy causes noise and visual pollution. Wind turbines have some negative impacts on their environmental surroundings, and wind energy is remote. Now, geothermal principle in geothermal is heat that is contained in the ground and is considered a renewable energy source. More than advantages, geothermal have more disadvantages. Sustainable to particular region, geothermal power has high initial cost. Cost of powering the pump. Geothermal power may cause surface instability. Environmental concerns, high temperatures needed, may run out of steam. Sustainability issues. Some of the advantages of geothermal is sustainable to particular region. Geothermal power has high initial cost. Cost of powering the pump. Geothermal power may cause surface instability. Environmental concerns. High temperature is needed to it. May run out of the steam, and sustainability issues. Now hydroelectricity. Its principle is using water to drive turbines. Advantages of it is renewable and low emissions, reliable and safe. Disadvantages of hydroelectricity is environmental consequences, expensive to build, drought potential and limited research. Now CNG. CNG means compressed natural gas. Principle behind it is transfers high pressure gas from the fuel tank through the fuel lines, where a pressure regulator reduces the pressure to a level compatible with the engine fuel injection system. Uh, Advantages of CNG is CNG is a clean fuel. Natural gas produces very less hydrocarbon emissions than LPG and petrol. CNG is economic. CNG is cheaper than petrol and LPG. It saves money. And disadvantages is it is low energy density, results in low engine performance. It has low engine volumetric efficiency because of gaseous fuel. It needs large storage tanks, which is a safety concern. It has inconsistent fuel properties. Its refusing is a slow process. It's highly combustible. And now solar energy. It works on the principle of photovoltaic PV effect is the conservation of light energy into electricity. Some of the advantages of solar energy is renewable energy source, reduces electricity bill, diverse applications, low maintenance cost. Disadvantages of solar energy is also cost, and it is weather dependent. Solar energy storage is very expensive, uses a lot of space. By this, I can conclude that renewable energy can play an important role in reducing greenhouse emissions. Renewable energy sources have a broad range of total system-wide occupational health and safety impacts, but a relatively narrow range of average risk to the individual workers. The renewable energy replaces the need of current fossil fuels used for the generation of electricity, and it helps a lot in the sustainable development. Thank you, sir.
Okay, Nama.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, Jnana Sanjana and Harshita. Now, judges, Dr. Sunil sir, and
Thank you, sir.
over to judges.
So, Harshita, among these seven, which is the best one and why?
Sir,
I
I
guess it
didn't get you, sir.
So, among all these resources, which is the best one and why? Which is the best one for the society and why?
I guess it's a solar energy, sir. Like we have, it's for free. Although all are for free, but more it is a less cost for solar energy, and it available all the day.
I don't think that is exact answer. Yes, Srinivas sir, any
Sir,
other
can I?
question? Yeah, you can.
Sir, in this, the best one is solar energy because in the daytime, it will store all the energy and it gives in the night. But it has some of the disadvantage too. because it is a weather dependent. If it is cloudy or rainy, we don't get that much of energy when it is as if it is sunny day, and it costs a lot, and the maintenance cost will be very low according. But we have to maintain it properly by cleaning. And once we use this solar, firstly, it will be more than affordable, but in 2 to 3 years, it will complete, and it spans up to 20 to 30 years.
Okay.
Okay, so out of all the technologies, which one is the most efficient one?
Solar, sir.
Solar energy is the most efficient one.
Yes, sir. Out of all this, the solar one is the most efficient one.
So what is the percentage of efficiency? Any idea?
Sir, actually, I don't know, sir.
Okay, okay. So which type of energy is directly converted into electric energy out of all these technologies?
Sir.
Which technology is directly converted into electrical energy?
I hope so. Solar, I think so, sir.
Solar. Okay.
I think so, solar, sir. I'm not accurate, but I
Okay.
think so.
Okay. From solar energy, are we getting DC or AC?
Sir, I don't know, sir.
Okay, okay, okay. Sir, carry on, sir.
Yeah. Next participant is Sai Vinutna, G. Sai Vinutna. Sai Vinutna, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Namaste. You start your work. Show
Okay.
your work. Your
Okay.
duration is 8 minutes. Okay, now the time is 2:30. You can take up to 2:38. Start your work.
Yes. So good afternoon, one and all. Today my topic is about biomass energy. So among all the renewable energy sources, I think biomass is much more environmental friendly. So the other sources like solar energy, wind energy, geothermal, biomass, and hydroelectric, they are all ultimately producing electricity, but in biomass we can also there are different processes from which we can obtain electricity as well as direct fuels. So in biomass energy, it is a direct replacement for conventional fossil fuels like petrol and diesel. What is a biomass? A biomass technologies decompose organic matters to release the stored energy such as biofuels and bioenergy. Biomass energy is generated from either combustion of biomass or the anaerobic gas from biomass. So, how this biomass, what are the sources of this biomass? Mainly, it's all the wastage or the sewage wastages, agricultural residues, forest residues, industrial residues, and animal wastages, and industrial and municipal solid waste also. So this biomass is collected and then converted into energy. How it's converted? There are four kinds of process. They are physical method, direct combustion, thermochemical conversion, biochemical conversion. In physical method, this biomass is compressed under high pressure and temperature, and then it's converted into pellets or billets. So this uh, This leads to the easy transportation of this fuel and easy usage. We can easily use it for use it as a burning fuel. Next, direct combustion. In this direct combustion, the biomass is directly heated. Here you can see this picture. Uh, in this, the biomass is heated, combusted directly, and here the water is heated. So due to this heat from the biomass, the steam is released. So this steam is the reason for rotation of this turbine over here, and this rotation of turbine is connected to generator which converts mechanical energy to electrical energy, and then electricity is produced and then distributed. So in this process, the conversion the biomass is converted into steam, first of all, and then the thermochemical conversion. In this conversion of the biomass is converted into different forms by using the method pyrolysis. So in this method of pyrolysis, it's a simplest and oldest method of processing one fuel to produce better one. uh, the different types of pyrolysis are gasification, liquefaction, and carbonization. They produce gas, liquid, and charcoal. So these are fuels that can be directly used. Next, biochemical conversion, and this is the main form, which the biomass is converted into ethanol or methanol. So in this, we can in this ethanol fermentation and anaerobic fermentation. In ethanol fermentation, the sugar is converted into ethanol and carbon dioxide. This ethanol can be used in solvents for paints, varnishes, perfumes, and alcohol drinks, and it can be used for oxidation, and it can also be used as fuel in vehicles. Next, the anaerobic fermentation. This method converts the cattle dung, human waste, algae, and other organic waste, which has highest moisture content, into a biogas. Through this anaerobic fermentation, uh, it's like a biomass container and is arranged underground. Uh, so this biomass is not exposed to air. So there is a reaction from the microorganisms in this biomass react and undergo anaerobic fermentation, and a gas is released. So not only this gas is useful as a fuel, but also the leftover, or the solid waste which is left over, which this can also be used as manure for agriculture. So how it works, biomass in itself contains chemical energy. So when you burn wood, which is biomass fuel, the chemical energy inside releases a heat. It can also be used to produce steam, which can further be used to generate electricity. Using biomass for energy can cut back on waste and can also help in reducing the landfill. So in this way, this is also environmental friendly, and this is even economical friendly, as the basic starting investment for agricultural is just ranging from 15,000 to 20,000, and for household it's 20,000 to 40,000, and it's very minimal as compared to other energy sources. And why biogas? The benefit of biomass energy is the biomass is renewable source of energy and it cannot be depleted. Biomass is mostly derived from
Hello.
plants. So as
Nishita
long as
Sekhar.
there are plants on this planet, so biomass will
Yeah,
be
I'm
always
calling from
available as
artificial
a
engineering college.
renewable energy source.
Yeah,
So
she is
usage in India.
requested for
India is
some
a
poster
land of
presentation and
agriculture. As we all
prepared that,
know,
ma'am. Who is
cows
talking?
and buffaloes are
Huh?
used in
Hello?
a traditional Indian farming. So this cow dung, which can
Sorry,
also be
Vinita, ma'am.
converted into a biogas, uh,
Yeah,
it's
he is
also
for
called gobar gas, which
prepared that
is
poster.
also used as fossil fuel. So our
Just
government
please
is
format is
also
correct.
giving some subsidies on building a biogas plants, and it government itself is also starting some biogas power plants. So in this way, biomass energy is much more efficient and useful than other sources. And a transmission to clean energy is about making an investment in our future. So I think biomass is a great investment. Thank you.
So apart from ethanol, can you give any other examples?
Sure. Biogas, I mean, biomass pellets can also be used for direct combustion. They are in solid wastage form. They can use.
I hope
They
you
can be used for combustion.
answered my question properly.
Methanol also, sir. Yes, in anaerobic fermentation.
Okay. So where do you generally see this one being used in India?
In most of the
So,
rural areas in which practice agriculture, and in our college also we have a biomass uh, plant.
yeah, that's what I
Hello,
want
Pooja.
actually. Fine.
Hello. Hello, Pooja.
Hello, Sai Vinutna.
నేను పూజ
Yes,
వాళ్ళ
sir.
సార్ను
Yeah, nice
మాట్లాడుతున్నా.
presentation.
ఇంజనీర్
So, do you know
మాతృశ్రీ
chemical
ఇంజనీర్ కాలేజ్ నుంచి
composition of
మాట్లాడుతున్నాను.
biogas?
Sir,
పూజ
it's
ఉందా?
it may be different because
ఇక్కడ పోయింది.
we use all kinds of residues from all
ఎవరు లేరా?
like plants and
సరే సరే
animals
అమ్మా.
The
సరే
waste.
composition,
సరే
I am
అమ్మా.
asking about the chemical
ఓకే అమ్మా.
composition of
ఓకే.
biogas.
ఓకే.
Biogas consists of
Sugar, sir, mostly.
sugar.
Three
No,
six
gas, na? No, I am asking about end product here. I'm not.
ethanol. It's C2H5OH.
Mhm. And is it pollution free biomass energy?
It's not completely pollution free. It emits some of the carbon dioxide, but it it is very less as compared to other.
Yeah, because you said one direct
We use
combustion. Yeah.
machinery. Yes, we use machinery in other source of production. So this machinery also produce some kind of uh, air pollutants, and but as compared to this is very less.
Okay, less pollutant.
Yes.
Okay. You said these types of plants mostly used in the rural areas, but urban areas also. Okay, a lot of municipal
Yes, of
waste
course.
is.
Municipal wastages and industrial wastages can also be converted into biomasses, but
Yeah.
this is mostly useful in. It's most popular among this agriculture sector as this cow dung and the agriculture wastage like rice straw and leftovers that can be converted into biomass, and like gobar gas, and the leftover manure is also used in the field. So it's mostly used in agriculture
హలో
sector, but
పూజ.
it can also be used
ఏమైందమ్మా, నువ్వు పోస్టర్ ప్రజెంటేషన్
as
ఇచ్చినావు కదా,
a power
స్టార్ట్ అయింది
in
కదా,
power plants. The sewage
మరి
waste
ఉన్నావమ్మా,
or
దాంట్లో జాయిన్ అయ్యావా?
other industrial waste that
అమ్మా
can
మరి
also be converted into electrical energy.
లేదమ్మా,
Okay,
ఈ
it's
రోజే.
okay.
ఇంకా నీకు టైం ఉంది, వేరే వాళ్ళు ఉన్నారు, అంతసేపు అంతవరకు నువ్వు సెట్ చేసుకో.
Yeah, okay, Namma.
జాయిన్ కమ్మా.
Chandrasekhar sir, there is no other
No,
participants.
Abdul Haq is there.
Three registered
No,
participants presentation.
Abdul Haq is there. Just you call him.
Abdul Haq.
Abdul Haq.
Abdul Haq, yeah, are you there?
పూజ, నువ్వు జాయిన్ కామ్మా, మళ్ళీ క్లోజ్ చేసేస్తున్నారు.
Yeah, Mr. Abdul Haq.
నేను చెప్తా ఇక్కడ. ఓకే సార్, వన్ Another participant is going to join, sir.
Okay.
Rajula Pooja.
She's joined, sir?
Yeah. She's about to join within 2-3 minutes.
Okay.
She will join, sir.
Okay.
Let us wait for a few minutes. పూజ జాయిన్ అవుతున్నావా జాయిన్ కా
Chandrasekhar, sir, it seems she is not joined.
No. Wait, sir. Wait, sir. She's calling. She's calling, sir. Just wait.
But she's supposed to join before the session starts, na, sir.
పూజ జాయిన్ అయ్యావా కామ్మ నేను లైన్లోనే ఉంటాను. నీకు ఏమైనా ప్రాబ్లం ఉంటే చెప్తాను. హలో పూజ, ఏమైంది? దాని మీద క్లిక్ చేస్తే ఏమడుగుతుంది? మరి దాని మీద క్లిక్ చేస్తే ఓపెన్ కావట్లేదా నీకు? ఏం ప్రాబ్లం? లింక్ అది కావట్లేదా? మెయిల్ అదే మరి రావట్లేదా? నేను ఇప్పుడు పంపిదేనా? మరి లేట్ అవుతుంది సార్, వాళ్ళు ఏం వెయిట్ చేస్తున్నారు. ఎవరి కాలు ఇక్కడ వస్తుంది కదా. కాల్ కట్ అయితే మళ్ళీ కష్టం అవుతుంది.
చంద్రశేఖర్ సార్.
ఓకే 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 సార్, she is having some problems, network issues, some problems.
Let us propose vote of thanks. Vote of thanks.
Yeah. Okay, now see, I request Mr. M.V. Subramaniam, Assistant Professor, Department of Electrical and Electronics, to propose vote of thanks.
Okay, sir. So this is M.V. Subramaniam, Assistant Professor in Triple Department. It gives me great pleasure to propose vote of thanks on the celebration of National Technological Day. First, I would like to thank the management committee of the Marxist Education Society, our principal, Dr. Hamant Rao, and convener of this program, Dr. T. Sekharam, for their continuous support in making this event a grand success. I also would like to congratulate our coordinator, Chandrasekhar Rao, and other organizing committee, Dr. K. Sharath Babu, P. Nitish Kumar, for their successful cooperation in making this event a grand success. And also, I would like to thank all the HODs of the Master Engineering College and other faculty members. And also, I would like to thank all the members who are directly or indirectly involved in making this a success, a grand success. Thank you to one and all.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Over to Chandrasekhar, sir.
Okay, sir, and I would like to thank judges Dr. K. Sunil Manohar Reddy and M. Srinivas Reddy, sir. Thank you very much. And
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for judges also.
And M.V. Subramaniam sir, and Sharath Babu, Dr. K. Sharath Babu sir, and Nitish Kumar sir also. I would like to thank one and all, and students for their participation. Thank you very much. Thank you. And we are going to close the session.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.